Hello guys, welcome back. We are on episode 5 now. Sorry this one's a little bit late. I normally record ahead of time, at least a day before, and schedule it, but I was a bit busy yesterday, so I'm recording it and then posting immediately. So today we are going to look at the fill command, and at the end I'll chuck in setblock as well, because they're very similar. And once you've kind of got the grips of fill, then setblocks is even simpler. So I'm in a fresh new world today. I had to reload Minecraft and I was a bit stupid and forgot to back up my world. So I've lost all the stuff I've done in my other worlds, but I did have a backup prior to that, which I will transfer from my phone once my realms are sorted. So let's get cracking. So fill can be very handy to fill in a large area for building and various other things. So there are different kind of modes, fill modes that you can do, but we'll start off with a basic fill. If you watched my my clone episode, then you'll see a couple of things that are similar in this one in the way you can quickly type them. So you want to get the two corners of the area you want to fill. So I'm going to make a box here, and as I explained in my other video, you can use your hitbox when my keyboard wants to work for me. There we go. To get the coordinates of the block you're doing. So I'm going to fill from this block to let's say this block in high. So you get your two XYZ, XYZ. Then you choose what block you want to fill. So I'm just going to choose stone. If you don't put a data value, it's default to 0, so whatever 0 is. So for stone it is stone, 1 would be granite, and so on for data values. So I'm just going to specify that and then just click fill, and that has filled that area with stone, and that's fully filled inside and out. And that's the basic one. If you use the other clone mode, so we've got destroy, I'm going to do it on the same block. Destroy will destroy it as if it's been destroyed by a player, like in survival. So it'll play sound and it will drop its block if you've got tile drops on. So if I just specify, you always have to put the data value to get to the next part. So if it doesn't have a data value, like air, well, it has a data value, but it defaults to 0. It doesn't have multiple data values, then 0, and then destroy. That would destroy all the blocks. I did fill it with stone, so that's why it filled it again. But say if I filled it with air, it would destroy it fully and drop its block as if it was in survival. So some people do that with containers, like chests or barrels, sorry, to drop its item. So that can be handy in some things. Some people used it for the giving yourself like custom items, named items. I've got a slightly different way, which is a little bit more efficient if you look at my video. But that's one thing people use the destroy for. Not sure why else you would use or have the reason to drop the block, but it really depends on what you're making. So the next one is hollow. So this would fill the area with your specified block and have it hollow in the center. So it will fill the center with air. So if I do this one, so /fill from that area, I will do it to here. With stone, 0 and hollow. That will fill it all with stone, and then if we check in the middle, there is a hollow gap. Obviously if you did such a small size that would be no middle, then it just defaults to a basic fill. That can be handy for creating quick walls around your area, and then you only have to change the top or bottom or something. Right, the next one is outline. So what this would do is similar to hollow, but it will keep the blocks on the inside, so it will outline it. It'll replace any, if I put anything down here, it will be replaced because it's creating the outline. So if I do a fill from there to there, and I'll choose glass so you can see it. Zero and outline. It'll create an outline and keep the blocks in the middle. So that can be handy to keep the stuff on the inside. And then the last one is replace. So this is probably the most common one I use personally. What this does, it fills the area but only replaces the specified blocks that you choose to replace. So I'm going to fill from here to here. So fill, move that block to this one, remove that block, and if I say fill it to grass, 0, replace, and then you can choose what you want to replace. So I'm going to replace air. You don't, if it's it will default to just like the normal. If you don't specify the data value at the end, it will default to 0. So with air, there is only air 0. But say if you wanted to fill an area that has spruce planks, you would specify that it's planks 1, because that's the data value for spruce planks. So if I do that, you can see I only replaced the air and not the other blocks. So that can be really handy if you want to fill areas but not get rid of some of it. But there's a few things to note. I had to write this down so I'll remember it. That is the largest volume size, so if you reach that amount, 32,768 or over, it will come up with a syntax error or a fail, sorry, and say that it's too large of an area specified. Just like most commands, if you try and do it in an unloaded chunk, it fails. So if I try filling something thousands of blocks away from here, then it won't work unless it's in a ticking area, which I'll get into in a later video. Also will come up failed if you try and fill an area that already has those blocks, so 0 blocks filled because it didn't fill anything, it was already there. So that's a few things to note. I've seen that before with cloning and filling. People try to run conditional command blocks off of something and it doesn't work because it's come up with 0 blocks filled. That will class as a fail. But that's the basics of the fill command. Quickly looking at set block, because it has the same or similar similar clone fill modes. Sorry, my keyboard I think is running out of battery. So I've already set up the command. It's very the same as the fill, but only specifies 1 block. So you've got replace, destroy, and keep. Now the replace isn't the same as the fill. It only defaults to replace. So that is the default for the set block. So there is no point putting replace. That would do exactly the same as if I didn't have the word replace, if I filled it with stone, and that fills that block with stone. You can do the same with destroy. If you wanted to fill it with air and destroy, or let me just fill it with stone again. 0 and keep would I don't see the point in having the keep the keep handle on the set block, because that keeps only air. So if I did that, it will that keeps blocks, sorry. So if I did that now, it works, but if I wanted to try and change it to say planks 0 keep, it wouldn't play. So I guess it could be a mechanic that you could play with within your commands. It might be useful. I haven't found a use for it personally, but that's the set block. So if you only wanted to set one block as something, then it's a lot quicker and smaller command than doing a fill, because if you're going to fill one block, you would have to specify both coordinates of the same block. So you would do this if you wanted to use the full replace. So fill with grass, 0 replace stone. That's the only probably time you'll use fill on one block, if you wanted to have that replace handle. So that's pretty much it. That's a nice quick one for you. So again, sorry it was late today. I'm trying to keep these to 6 PM, but I actually started recording this at 6 PM, so it's definitely late. But thank you very much for watching the series. Any comments, or if you feel I've missed anything, just comment below. I'm getting through every single one, so hopefully you will like and subscribe, and I shall see you tomorrow.